Flunkie Force. I know it's not Tuesday or whatever, and I know I try to keep to the sort of rhythm of things, which I do horribly. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing a Let's Play on a game called Torment, Tides of Numenera, which is Numenera? I don't know. It's kind of like Pillars of Eternity, with a little bit of an upgrade, created by, I think it's Exenfile Entertainment. But anyway, so I got it. I was going to get For Honor, but For Honor is a bust on PC. It's taking a huge dive on PC right now. Doing great at consoles from when I played with my friends. But without further ado, let's get into this. So when it first started up, it said that it was powered by the Pillars of Eternity, same engine as that. So I don't know. From what I saw, the clips, it looks pretty a step up from the original. So, all right, here we go. Your mind wakes in darkness. Never mind, voiceover. Fuck yeah, let's do this.
A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each band. Insistent and invisible hands.
You don't worry about that anytime soon.
Membrane that protects you. Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important, as if it once meant the world to you. But the details slip away as you grasp at them.
Your socks.
You force your eyes open. The body is... wait, you are wearing a form-fitting suit of some dark material. You recall that you were wearing something much more elaborate a short time ago. You have smooth, light brown skin.
Somebody got a little bit too drunk.
5 toes on each foot. Good muscles, strong but not bulky. And slim hips. Your palms are soft, as if they have not done much labor, but scars and burns on the hands and wrists suggest that you haven't always been careful. Why can't you remember this? Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. You are falling. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in on itself. The world is many kilometers below you. Put your hands to your sides, and you slice through the air. The wind tears at your face and scalp, and your skin burns at the tremendous speed. Your vision blurs, and you are unable to judge how far you've fallen. Your eyes are full of tears. You can't see anything except a shapeless mass of green and brown and tan and blue below you. You try to wipe the moisture from your eyes and realize that you'll need to slow yourself before you can even open your eyes.
Fuck it, let's go.
A phrase whispers itself into your mind. Terminal velocity. You have reached the limit of the speed the air will grant you, and now that you enter the lower reaches of the atmosphere, you can feel it thickening around you, and miraculously you are slowing from the frenzied descent. Slow is a relative term. You knife through the air, piercing its veils, and you have no time for the poetry of falling. This realization drives itself home as you strike an unyielding surface. As your skin explodes and your organs liquefy on impact, a brief thought flashes through your mind. Your life was utterly and completely meaningless.
Okay then, well that's a great way to start this off. Either my guy committed suicide or he fell off a plane. Okay. Oh wow. So you could okay then. You can fuck up starting the game. Holy shit. Let's do this again. Alright, we'll get past this. Look at his body.
Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds
Why not to catch the wind?
You spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. Below you, you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground. It's hazy. You were in a tall passageway, its sides slipped with dew, the air warm and moist, as if you were caught in the breath of a giant organism. You remember fleeing in fear and exhilaration, laughing through the terror.
Oh shit.
What was it that pursued you? Something ancient and cold, its coiling power the promise of oblivion. Its shadow tendrils struck at you, and the walls where they landed were torn apart, utterly destroyed beyond any hope of repair. You leapt into a membranous cocoon and fell from the station, the moon. And then you were empty. But who were you? What was that creature? A word surfaces in your thoughts, and you seize it before it vanishes. Sorrow. The world fills your sight. You're about to hit. It hurts your mind to recall, but you push past it, a creature of the forgotten world seeking you out across the centuries. But it's not you it seeks, is it? It sought the man whose memories you shuffle through now. And you realize suddenly that you are not him. You were... Who? Who were you? There is nothing for you to grab hold of, and the resistance of your body can only do so much against the insistent grasp of the earth.
Well, shit.
As you vainly try to grasp at the air, cupping your hands, you can see the watery grave that lies ahead of you. But wait, you plummet toward a dome structure of glass or crystal floating in a bay, and a strangely blurred woman and a man are pointing at you. Massive colors rushes.
It's like, holy fuck, look at that.
Folding you, but it's too late. You were falling too fast. With a sickening thump, you destroy the glass structure. You hear some strange engine howl as its balance is forever altered, and then darkness.
Did I fuck up again? Ah, I made it. Whoa, what the hell? I'm not gonna lie to you. Honestly, for a minute there, I thought, like, fuck, I just fucked up the beginning again. Alright, cool. Alright, so, like, Pills of Eternity, you can point, to click, to move. Alright, cool. Interact. Okay, so, jumbled thoughts cloud your head as you study the empty bowl before you. Drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, spattering on the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop is reflected in the bowl's rounded hollow, as if hungered for light and needs to be filled. Yet the bowl remains dry. Another drop falls from the ceiling and splashes across the pylons, wasted. Carefully move the bowl beneath the liquid. Examine the bowl. I feel like if I don't, like, take shit, like, in stride, I'm gonna, like... Anyway, you trace your fingers over the slippery, overlapping scales that spiral up from the bottom of the bowl. The sharp toothed rim plucks at your skin. It's going to be tricky to move this bowl without slicing your fingers on the edge. You might have to put some effort into it. Reflected light streaks across the surface of the bowl as another droplet falls from the ceiling. Let's try. You have encountered your first task. You have to see the stat pools, might, speed, intellect, that you can spend to increase your chances of success. This is called using effort. To more easily move the bowl in front of you, use the left click to spend might for a higher level of effort. Don't worry if you fail this task. In Torment, failure often results in interesting outcomes. Yeah, no. Okay. Success. You carefully... Oh, wow, look, guys. A little thing over here. So I'm guessing when you reach encounters that require each of these, I'm assuming you can recharge them, but it uses up your pool, and each of them starts with 5. Okay, so that's might, speed, intellect. Okay, cool. You carefully take hold of the bowl, avoiding the teeth on the serrated rim. With a deep breath, you move it over the glowing pool of fallen light. This is unique, I guess. This world's weird to me. Like, this looks weird. Like, not in a bad way, just... Oh, okay. See, now it's like dropping in that doohickey thing now. Drop by drop, the bowl fills, ripples of spreading over the blurred outline of your reflection. A pale blue luminescence stretches into the corners of the room. A clear radiance spills across the segmented floor, washing away the nearest shadows and pouring into your mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet, but you have begun to heal from the damage done in your long fall. For the record, if I fell from that height through glass, I'm dead, so... This, whatever this dude girl thing looks like. What the hell? Look at that name, Blast Cast. Oh, that's horrible. A voice calls out from somewhere high above, beyond the reaches of the spreading light. Hello, are you still alive down there? We're up here. Build a path up to us. Well, be careful. And be careful. Build a path. How the hell do you build a path? Alright, that's cool. Zoom in with the roller thing. So, alright, cool. What am I zooming in on? On this guy? On that people? Alright, whatever. So... Alright, so my dude's gonna... Okay, cool. I'll tell you one thing from Pillars of Eternity. It seems far as, and I hope this is in Deadfire, which is the next installment of the Pillars of Eternity series. But far as this ties with Numenera, I feel like the look of the architecture and the characters looks more fleshed out and better drawn than Pillars of Eternity, which is a big step up. I beat the shit out of Pillars of Eternity. I love that game to death. As soon as you touch the orb, a memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank, and you have had a moment's what's wrong with my voice? Moment's respite from this waterlogged hell. A bubble of stale air, your resting point. Sorry, let me reread that. A bubble of stale air, your resting point. You've breathed water before, and you've lived decades beneath the waves. But this body's an air breather, and the constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius with machines, as you well know, but now he seems distracted. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennas. He believes it can get the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention, but that is hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed and must proceed. Deceive him by telling him that you have heard sounds of pursuit, threaten him until he returns, and this is taking too long, cast on. Oh, you know what? I bet you $10 I know what this is. You shouted words seem muffled in the stale air. Your companion flinches away from you. Sorry, I just want to be sure I hadn't made a mistake. He makes minute adjustments to the knobs, blinking levers of the device, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links the waterboarded cells and the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Moments later, you're underwater again, your hands closing around a strange yet familiar artifact. You need it to complete. Something, it hovers above a pedestal, rotating in the dark water. An electric current runs through your fingers as your hand crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal. And an iridescent field coalesces so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of sonar alarm ripples through the water. The guards won't be far behind. The water is crystal clear around you as you kick away from the pedestal. Your companion hangs motionless in the water, too far for you to reach before the guards arrive. You struggle for the hallway through which you entered and merging into the air. You race for the great door. The sounds of something breaching the surface behind spur you to greater speeds, but you fear you're not fast enough. Holy shit. The memory begins to fade. Oh, that's all the memory that I was reciting to you that this character has experienced before. The memory begins to fade, as if you were being drawn backward through a tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into the gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else, a gust of sour air pulling at you, like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. Holy fuck. Oh look, that opened up. Alright, cool. Alright, let's do this. Alright. What's this? Oh, look at that. Something's like... It's a memory, I think. So it seems like those are like abstract memories, like of whatever, either the body that I'm in. You stand beside a woman on I'm learning new words today. Verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliff below. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately... Wait, hold on, read that again? This shit right here with a break like that annoys me. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliff below. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately... This seems like the right place. Okay, they need to work on that. I don't know about the... Alright, now they're talking about fourth. I don't know where the accent came from. I don't know about this, the woman says, her full voice flat and neutral, her face turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we found? Draw her attention to the hidden details that your more experienced eye can clearly see. Use your charm to persuade her. Wisdom, your superior intellect. You shade your eyes against the bright sun so you can point out the thin bands radiating out from the metallic disc. How the energy from those bands affect the local fauna, suggesting an enormous source of prior world energy. She thinks deeply. It's geologically sound? Have you run the sounding samples and checked the strata? No major caverns or weaknesses showed up on your resonance scans? That's horrible, sorry. She waits for your affirmation and then says, "Alright, I'm convinced." The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. And then you descend onto the plateau to examine the open ground. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for you for your time here. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. "Haha, it seems you're strong, blah blah blah. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it?" It's a dick, that's what it is. Using the Numenera integrated into the construct's body to overwhelm the behavior malfunction. Examine the construct panel, look for a deeper solution. A mist falls on the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any trans-dimensional emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged. It obediently trundles to the site of your new shelter. The image freezes and fades, and you feel the memory filling the gap in your mind. Blocked by a jagged block, you stagger, clutching your head, reclaiming your memories. Hurts. And once more, there's something else. Hairs lift one by one on your back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you are doing and is hunting you. No sign or symbol tells you what might be behind this enormous door. A dull chill radiates from its bronzed, segmented surface, and the thick metal wheel seems frozen in place. So where in the fuck? Okay, I'm going this way now? More memories. More shit for me to read. Oh my god. Oh, okay, here we go. I got this. A vision of city springs up around you, and your city in flames and under attack. Her defenders have fought and died all day, and still the attackers keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood. But you have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of the tower. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. But even as you turn toward the door of the tower, two of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large. His weapon is a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheathed in glassy armor, and holding a hilt with a sizzling, invisible blade. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Your enemies advance single file, confined by the parapet. I don't know what that word means. The memory seems crystal clear. The giant is menacing, it's true, but the invisible blade of his companion is more worrisome still. The energy field that flickers and wavers around it suggests that you can carve matter. That she can carve matter at the molecular level. Tearing pieces. I'm gonna need like a dictionary. Blah, blah, blah. I can't speak. I'm gonna need Webster's dictionary when I'm done with this. All right. Anyway, and wavers around it suggests that she can carve matter at the molecular level, tearing pieces of her target into nothingness. If you're to save yourself, your best bet is to tackle her first. She's stuck behind the giant, waiting her turn to attack you, unable to bring her weapon to bear until he's out of the way. But it's clear that she expects him to handle you, and her eyes rove behind you, her focus on your ward. She's certainly not expecting you to dive between the giant's legs and come up inside her guard. She can't bring her blade to bear in time, and you drive your dagger up under her chin. Oh, God! You catch her before her deadly blade drops onto you and spin her around. The weapon lashes into the giant, and he topples, bisected. The immediate threat ended, you focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit into the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers beyond. Here's the thing, I think all these things build up to what your character ends up becoming. Because I don't have like a custom name or anything like that, and he's not really leveling up. So it's like they're asking all these decisions, like in Mass Effect 2, and they ask you all the decisions from the prior game to help build up your profile for your character, so have his own way of thinking. I think essentially this is what this game's about, or as far as this segment of it. Crack the door open to sneak past. Charge him. I'm going with defense. You charge through the dim shadows and burst through the doorway, ramming into the nearest soldier. He falls, and you rebounded nimbly off of him, only to take a direct hit from his companion's blade. This impact launches you down the hall just as you hoped. Though the blows makes your ears ring. You come to your feet and race on, ignoring the mild ache in your chest. Projectiles skip and spark off the walls around you, and you barely feel the single desperate bolt that deflects off your reinforced backplate. The memory begins to fade, and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temples throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and reclaimed memories blaze within you, like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. A tremor rocks the floor beneath you, as though a massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying you on your feet, you see frantic movement within the borders of the mirror at the edge of the room. My jaw is starting to hurt. I hope, because this is still in early access, so I hope that like they voice over some of this shit, because oh my god. Hey look, somebody else. No, that's not me. The border of the mirror is lavishly decorated with a dizzying number of interlocked symbols, daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more. But that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. You see a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but a precious few are vivid and pull at your attention. Each of them bears an intricate pentagonal tattoo on their head. In their eyes, they're actually seeing. In their eyes, their actions, you see the memories of you discovered within the orbs and the choices you made, shining like distant stars. Your hand twitches at your side, and though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose choose them and learn what you might become. A rumble shakes the room, and slow vibration spreads from the darkness below, rippling towards the ceiling. Observing the others move across through the crowd. Let's go with that one. It reaches the other side of the mirror and touches the side of the glass. The surface blurs and a vision unfolds before you. The doppelganger is shackled at the center of a vast arena beneath the hulking shadow of an executioner. Unbowed by the jeers of the savage audience, the doppelganger speaks forcefully, frighteningly, of what will come after its death and the consequences thereof. The mob shouting dies one voice at a time. Then in perfect silence, the doppelganger meets the executioner's eyes. Trembling, the brute swings his axe and severs the doppelganger's chains, setting him free. The arena fades away, replaced by the squabbling group. The strong-willed doppelganger lowers his hand and awaits your decision, to his chin high and proud. Now let's try it out. Gain descriptor strong-willed. The remaining doppelgangers scatter for the edges of the mirror and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward, its appearance changes as it steps out of the rippling glass and body becomes stronger and more supple. Shadows of several weapons flicker in and out of its hand, and different kinds of armor shimmer on its body. You get the feeling you would be comfortable with them all. The word glaive sounds in your mind. Ah, see, look, so I was right. Look at that. I have my moments. Oh, advancements available. Your doppelganger continues stepping into you, feeling you, making you whole. Your decision rings out into the cavernous room, awakening and locking vast mechanisms behind the walls. Suddenly, a grotesque noise rings through your shared worlds like a bell. If bells could rot, something is coming. The mirror fades, leaving a dark, open doorway. You take a deep breath and step through. My jaw is killing me. Your choices and the memories in the mirror have begun to build your character, but now you have the opportunity to decide on the number of details. First, you can decide to change your type. Type defines the abilities and skills you'll be able to acquire as you advance. Okay. Jaxter. Okay, so we'll just read these for sake of argument. Glaives are the elite warriors of the Ninth World, using weapons and armor to fight their enemies. Scouts, guardians, warlords, and soldiers could be glaives. Most glaives either have high might, use the heaviest armor and weapons available, or high speed and stick with the light or ranged weapons and light or medium armor. Jacks are intrepid explorers and adventurers. They are jacks of all trades, hence the name. Although the word also harkens back to the fables involving a wily, resourceful hero who always seems to be named Jack. Jacks are at their best when they combine weapons, armor, stories, ciphers, and clever tongue. They are treasure hunters, grifters, skulls, rogues, and experts in a variety of fields. Nano are sometimes called mages, wizards, sorcerers, or witches by the people of the Ninth World. Whatever they're called, nanos master the mysteries of the past to the degree that they seem to perform miracles using estories. Spell, like invocations, that combining gestures, commands, words, and psychic disciplines. They tap into the nanospirits and numinous particles that suffuse the landscape into alter reality or learn things that they couldn't otherwise know. Holy fuck! Okay, here we go. So, alright, so this is all their... Alright, cool. What's this do? Might mitigates the penalty for equipped bonded artifacts. Okay. Per skill level test, mark with a skill and an ability confers a different kind of persuasion where you can use your reputation, false or not, or other threats. This could be what I gained through my choices too. I'm assuming this because holy shit. Yeah, because look at my speed and my might 6 and 6, but if you go over here, this is 5, 5, and 5. This is 7, 5, 5, but I'm gonna go with this one because this seems well rounded. What does this do? Alright, here we go. Every equipped bonded artifact confers a negative effect. Trained. Bonded artifacts equipped to the first slot do not confer. Alright, so how do I... Alright, stat pools are the resources that you use to apply effort or active abilities. You can distribute points as you see fit. Glaives tend to favor might and or speed, while nanos favor intellect. Jacks usually benefit from a balanced set of points. Okay, so... You know what, let me go with 8. Fuck it, I'm not gonna try to get crazy with it. Alright, cool. Abilities unlocked by your type can be active actions such as attacks with spells like S3s, or a unique passive effect. Okay, cool. Skill with defense. 10% critical chance. Look, let's go with this. And then let's go with plus 10% evasion, plus 10% willpower. Let's go with this one first. Because I don't know how far I'm going to be. I don't know when I'm going to start playing with finding pains and shit. So the last thing I want to do is... Can I add that? Never mind. Exploration skill. Most skills increase your chances of success on specific kinds of actions and tasks, but some give other passive bonuses. Each skill starts at the novice level and can be increased to the trained and specialized, granting greater bonuses at each level. Descriptors often leave some skills at the inability level, meaning they inflict penalties. When upgraded, these return to novice level. So, okay. So, you see how this has got constancy train level trained? But this is a penalty against my character. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah. I'm going with endurance, smashing, running. Okay, no, I'm just going with this. Alright, this weapon skill. Weapon skills increase. There's so much shit to this game. Holy fuck. Weapons. I'm not complaining. I'm just holy crap. Weapon skills increase characters' chance to hit with specific kinds of weapons. Like other skills, they start at novice and can be upgraded to trained and specialized. What's the difference in... I don't know, heavy weapons, light weapons? Wielding swords, axes and maces, light weapons like dagger, clubs, and pistols. Oh shit! Cannons? Hold on, dog. We got cannons in this game? Should I even use them? Dude, I gotta know. I'm gonna probably fuck up this build first. I mean, come on. A giant defensive character with cannons? Holy crap! Although you choose the descriptor from among many doppelgangers in the mirror, you now have the chance to view the specific bonuses and penalties it grants. You can also examine the effects of other descriptors and choose a new one if you wish. So, I mean, I could because he have inability, I can set these back to trained. 1, 2. Oh, this is strong willed. Intimidation, concentration, endurance, intimidation. I could, as far as that's tough, strong. So, start at the top. I'm not going to read all these because of the time, but I just want to go through each of these. So, mechanical, observant, perception, stealthy, sharp. So these are like the... Holy shit, wrathful. Stealth, smashing, endurance, heavy weapons, This is tough, actually. No pun intended. I'm gonna try Wrathful, because holy shit, they got a lot to it, and this is... You know what? No. Strong-willed. I don't know why, just... We'll just try that now. Just, I don't know, because... Are you sure you wish to proceed? This is your last chance to change the last cast off. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't know why, I mean, like I said, this could probably be a busted character, and I'll come back and just tweak it. I'm stuck with this now, so... Like, if my playthrough goes better, I'm going to play it privately on my own. So if that playthrough goes better than this, I'll switch over to that playthrough. Who the hell? Oh, we're still doing that. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. I was waiting to see if he would talk. We weren't sure that would work. We pulled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. He glances at the other figures and frowns unhappily. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections, they're more like shadows now. Look, I'll bet you got a lot of questions, and this whole place is basically your mind. Your body's still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I met you, it felt like something was haunting me. Do you know what that was? He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we are done for. After you awake from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that and everything will be fine. What do you mean, attuned to the tides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except that they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is, your body in the real world needs the tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. What's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. Who are those other people? You call them reflections. That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections of people you knew, people you met in the real world, with whom you share some kind of psychic connection. I don't know how or why, it just happens. If this place is my mind, why don't you remember any of this, any of you? It's your mind, a construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts? Store your true self? Wait, do you know how people say in the first place, this is definitely the first place of your memory? Well, if it was the first place for me, anyway, you probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. Who are you? He pauses and looks down at himself, considering a long time before answering. I'm you. I'm a part of your mind, a splinter. I was waiting here for you. We called you with memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happened next. How do you know any of this? He throws up his hands in frustration. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know. This place was made for you. For us. I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions, but that's all. So how do I get back to the real world? There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing, which should take care of itself. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. And then we can... Wait, what in the hell's that? Yeah, what in the hell's that? Oh, dude, what in the hell is that? Holy shit! Gods, it's the sorrow! Oh shit, he broke the mirror. Fuck, I don't know if that's supposed to happen. The sorrow is anchored to these reflections. It's divine their powers. We have to get rid of them, destroy its anchors, or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Crisis initiated. Fuck, okay. Okay, thank God. I was like, how the fuck do I fight? I'm like, what am I clicking? A crisis begins when you enter in a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you can fight, sneak, or manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of trouble. Each turn, you can take one action to attack or activate an ability, you can also make another move. That reflection area, you kill it or lose in the... Okay. If you use the attack... Okay. Effort can be applied to attacks to increase your chance to hit. As with other attacks, each level of effort increases your chance by 20%, at the cost of 1 point from a stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapons and abilities may use might or intellect instead. Fuck. What in the... It's escaping into... going into the side of your... what? Now run, get to the next one. Okay. Shit, fine. Damn. You can sacrifice your action for the turn to double move instead of attacking. This movie preview line turn purple when our position that requires a double move. So... okay. Attack? Nope, I can't attack, so I gave it up. Fuck. This is like turn-based combat. Shit, what the fuck is he releasing in my head? Listen to that shit from the Matrix. Alright, attack. When you apply effort to an attack, it increases the damage you deal. Different weapons and abilities gain different amounts of bonus from this effect. Fuck, attack him. Fuck, attack. Damn. Oh, here we go. Fuck that motherfucker up. Go here. Go. So that's Sorrow's turn. Sorrow's infection. Fuck me. Damn, what is that? What is it doing now? It's infecting it somehow. Well, fine, cool. I don't care, Lord. Fettles are temporary conditions or stat effects that can improve or reduce a character's stats. The Sorrow had just placed a Fettle on the remaining reflection. You can't remove the Fettle, but you may find a way to overcome it. That's great. Hold on. Over here. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck, I used up my power. Damn it. Attack no action. Your mother's a whore. Holy fuck shit. Damn it. Stop releasing shit in my head, damn it. Alright, here we go. What is this? Whatever, we'll find out. The armor stat reduces physical damage. The Fettle the Sorrow placed on this character has boosted its armor by 10, meaning it will absorb 10 points of damage from each attack. The Reflection's armor is now too high for you to overcome with your unarmed attack. Great. Skist. Reflection is protected somehow. You need to find a way to hit it even harder. What? Wait, what? I'm in my head! You already used your action this turn. You will need to wait until the next turn to deal another reflection. You can move somewhere to spin your remaining move, but to pick up loot, press... Alright. Alright, so basically... Oh, for fuck's sake. What the hell is this? Shimmering glass? Fucking asshole. What am I... Okay. What am I going to do with shimmering glass? Kick a shimmering ass? No, okay, come on. Alright, to activate an item, left-click on the item's icon in the bar above your portrait, and then click on the character you want to target. Okay, cool. What the fuck is happening again? Alright, so, click on this. Deals 30 physical damage and refills your stats pool. This is a fragment of the mirror that Sorrow shattered in the calm. It holds a reflection of you, frozen in time, and surrounded by a corona of multicolored energies. Fuck. What, I can't use it now or something? Oh, there we go. Boom, bitch. Suck on that. Get your tentacle ass out of here like, with your dirty ass hentai. There we go. Holy shit. You pried it loose. That thing is a cancer, an infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. He holds his head in his hands. I can't believe it found us in here. He looked at you with terror in his eyes. That thing, the Sorrow, it's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is that shimmering dome here. Go now. Fuck, don't have to ask me twice. Let's dip set out, bruh. That's a weird, like, combat system for a CRPG. But it's all cool. Whoa.
Where did he fall from? His body smashed to talk. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was a corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
Will you look at that? Wait, I know that face. The fuck? Okay, cool. What's up, dog? Algrian. What was that? What did you do to Calixate? His tone has become accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. The first thing you notice is a man's kaleidoscope of tattoos riding across his forearms. He wears a long dark cloak or coat, belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. You blame me? He admitted, an eternal psychological physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to the fantastic healing process. Obviously, her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure that you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her. Though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive, her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Oh yes, it's obvious. Calixtagi's voice. I'm butchering Calixtagi? His voice is grim and clipped. Then he sees you looking at him. You're not an ordinary mortal. We know that much. Start talking. His face is hard and set. Sorry, I had a burp. You built the dome. Don't you recognize it? He growls. You know he's not the changing god. Algrian. It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe you could help me for a change. Do you know what this means to me? You're familiar with the word changing, Algrian. It implies consistency. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. Okay. You'll have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you're newly born. Her most solid self curtsies while others bow or spin. I and my sisters am Calixtate. This is Algrian. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing god created you, body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his cast-off shell. A sanctorum of your sires. The common belief is he has several such places throughout the ninth world, possibly other worlds as well. We were only just able to gain entry into this one because of your grand entrance. Who is the changing god? Ha, that's something coming from you. She gives him a sidelong glance. This changing god is your sire, dear. He discovered a path to immortality long ago, a mean to transfer himself to a new body of his own creation. I don't think he knew, however, that when he abandoned one body, another mind was birthed to fill the void. Oh, he knew all right. He eyes you up and down coldly. The only thing the changing god cares about is himself. He doesn't even give a single thought for those he leaves behind. Are there other cast-offs? Dozens, hundreds, who could say? Your sire has been doing this for several centuries. Though if all of them were born the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder why any of them survived. So you say I was born when the changing god left, but who am I? Why am I not dead? I used a cipher to slow your fall further, but the damage still would have killed an ordinary person. But think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do you do? If you're constructed bodies for centuries, you want to make each one better than the last. You want to live forever. You're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you'll make strong bodies, fast, powerful, maybe throw regeneration in when you're at it. The changing god has always been vain. He rarely stays long in a shell that doesn't suit his self-image. She looks you up and down, and her smile suddenly unnerving. Perhaps the changing god fled because he didn't want to wear those scars of yours. If the changing god abandoned my body, where is he now? If he abandoned your body, then his consciousness fled to another. He eyes you keenly. Oh, do stop. The look she gives Algrian is equally piercing, amplified by the withering glare of her sisters. If there's one thing we know about the changing god, dear, it's that he always has contingency. This child was born here. The object of your obsession will have been reborn somewhere else. How can you be sure this body is a cast-off? You mean aside from your miraculous reformation? For one thing, there's your tattoo. All cast-offs have one, though its purpose is beyond me. And then, of course, there's your delicious naivete. He could be faking it. You don't live hundreds of years without learning to be convincingly. Seemingly convincing? I don't know. Oh, for she sighs in expiration, then says to you, what do you think? Are you a newborn child, or are you a powerful immortal whom death has robbed his memories? I survived that fall and have skills and powers I don't recall learning. What if I am the changing god? I knew it. He looks at Calistae trumping through his eyes. I knew it. Silver tide raised a small amount. What the fuck? She shakes her head scornfully. He said, "What if, Algreen? Honestly, would one who has lived so cautiously for so many years casually admit his identity to people like us? Well, we'll see. If you are the changing god, you'll have a lot to answer for to a lot of people." His voice grimmed and looked steadily at her, resentment apparent in every line of his frame. He crosses his arms and sighs. What was that blast of energy when I awoke? As I was telling my colleague, it was obviously a psychological reaction of some kind, physiological reaction of some kind. I never witnessed the birth of a cast-off, but yes, it could have very well have been caused by your... Holy crap, there's a new one. NASA-sentient consciousness. Don't worry, I don't believe it caused any real harm, not to me at least. Really? You've been more abrasive than ever since we came here. He shoots her a sidelong look. She just can't empathize with other people unless she's experimenting on them. Are you sure the shards didn't hurt you? If it did, it was damage in our minds. Though how you check it, if it carked her, I couldn't say. Though to what the hell is this? Tough to find normalcy here. At least we know it didn't hurt Algreen. The skull's as thick as organic stone. Do you know anything about the tides? I've heard them before, a term before, a subject your sire studied in great depth. I'm afraid it isn't my field of inquiry. What are the changing gods' bodies like again? No, I already seen that one. Let's ask you something else. Found you. Okay. With how hard you hit the ground, surprised that's all you saw. Why do you seem to hate the changing gods so much? His face is calm, but his voice is bitter and tired. You should know, shouldn't you? You've ruined lives, committed crimes, and now it seems like you've forgotten the harms you've engineered. You left a trail of the dead and dying behind you. She and her echoes share an expression that is equal parts amused and appalled. He's not the changing god, Algreen. If the fall didn't kill me, what can? An excellent question. Have you seen your regenerative abilities in action? I suspect that they are primarily physical, a regrowth. If that's the case, you'd be able to survive most varieties of psychic or molecular decomposition, disintegration, or conflagration, and so fucking forth. Degenerative diseases could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. As she speaks, visions flash into your mind. It's not yours exact. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You're in a dark room, lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms from many machines surrounding you. What about a body that can withstand the Star's attacks? Says a voice. It seems to be coming from the directions. Machine, sorry. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind. Physical, temporal, psychic. This is the only way. With a series of gestures, you bring up the image of a crystalline pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the Star's hunt once and for all. We just need to write the focal point of the catalyst. The memory fades and Calagus is still talking. You realize that the device you saw in the memory is identical to the one behind you now. It looks just like the Spectre had described it. A transparent sarcophagus inside a crystalline dome, with mechanical arms arrayed around it on a metal ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered, the sarcophagus is cracked, and one of the arms is pieces on the floor. Whatever its function, clearly needs repair. Or flesh-eating viruses, one pursues disfigurement by the iron wind would likewise be devastating enough to... Holy shit, how much shit did she know to kill people? Damn! I think he gets the point, Calistae. I think I saw a vision. I saw you stare into space while Calistae graphically described all the ways you could die, but that's about it. He snorts. I only noticed because I did the same thing. Do you even know anything about sorrow? I've had my share of sorrow, but never the sorrow. What's that, a disease? Does anybody even know how to fix the chamber? Algreen chuckles in firm certainty and says, not likely, though it might not be impossible. You need people with appropriate knowledge, and I'm sure the call of the changing god will hold the answer. Her distaste is evident in the expressions of her echoes, although the face of the one that leads remains comparatively impassive. You turn to the insane to help a newborn. Where's your judgment, Algreen? I would take him to the Order of Truth. The Order of Truth? Are you mad? They would sooner take us apart. What's the Order of Truth? Knowledge seekers had learned who tried to wrest the secrets from the hearts of the prior worlds. They gather in the city to exchange their findings and help humanity build a brighter future. She smiled brightly. Our friend Algerine was once one of them. Frauds, quacks, slaves, salvers, and charlatans. They don't have all the answers, and I not trust them with the changing God's secrets. You're just angry that they could not help you with yours, her echoes tinkle laughter. But I am being too cruel, dear Algerine. Let us take our new friend to the Order. Fuck. Okay. What's the call to changing God? Let's ask that. Despite what he said, they're not insane. They're eccentrics. They're worshippers of you or your sire. The changing God, they devote their lives to the understanding of your kind. Let's go to that. A wise choice. Your worshippers aren't likely to cut you apart. They're sometimes fools, but they collect knowledge and data. They'll tell you more than you care to know about whoever you are. They could give you good counsel. She sniffs and gives Algerine an acid glare. Good counsel. The best counsel they could come up with is to come with me. I'll accompany the two of you. When you have changed your mind, you'll need an introduction to the Orders of Truth. Fine, we'll both go, but don't be surprised when Calculus leaves you broken in a ditch with your purse empty. While she laughs it off as a good experiment. Suspicious as always, Algerine. Child, this world is an exciting place, but it's full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. What do you want to do with me? What's in it for you? I won't deny that you are an exciting find, but it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out of the reef. Kid, you're not safe here, and not just because you're new. Treasure hunters trawl the reef. Scavengers who would sell you for parts if they knew where you came from, what you were. Okay, let's get out of here. You've gained your first companions. They will follow you through the last cast off. Follow the last cast off and can be controlled during crisis. You can speak to them about their past and take advantage of their unique abilities and skills. Companions have their own motivations and personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they may not follow you forever. You'll find companions who can join you as you travel through the ninth world. Take this opportunity to explore your surroundings, and you may find items, equipment, and more to assist you. When ready, you can leave the broken dome using stairs to the northeast. And we will fucking stop here. Holy fucking shit. Alright guys, this is Game Flunky signing off. Thanks for staying tuned to this long ass. Holy shit, why is there a blue one around that? Anyway, thanks guys. See you next time. This is Tides of Numenera, walkthrough part 1. How do I save this bitch? So save game. Save the game. Oh yeah, Tides Numenera. Part 1. Save game.